Howdy gamers. How are we doing today? Let's make sure, yeah, microphone's on, microphone's working, lovely stuff. Welcome back. I see a Wild Rubes in the lobby again. Nice. So, I didn't realise when I looked at the track maps at the start of the year, but this track is basically an exact replica of one that we had back in like 2017, 2018. I don't know the exact year of it, but I had my best and most dominant... There's no password anymore, hang on, let's get rid of that. My best and most dominant performance ever on MX Simulator back here. It's a race that I made literally 0 mistakes on the entire race, and I really, really enjoyed the track back then. I think the only difference was, on that track, at the end of the second set of whoops, you kind of... You went up in the whoops, then you stepped off at the very, very end. That's the only real difference I can see. But again, another week, we have a very, very, very easy track. So I actually think it's going to be really difficult to get a good qualifying time today, just because everyone's going to be so close. Just one tiny little mistake, getting the whoops a tiny bit wrong, could mean a lot. Even the difference is going to be like a tenth between making it and not making it. It's going to be so, so close together for everybody. Not really any exciting rhythms today. It's just outside triple in everywhere. And that's about it. So it really just does come down to how low you can stay through the rhythms and how fast you can hit the whoops. We have got, you can quad here, which is going to be hard. That's going to make or break some quad laps, but you can get a nice quad up and over that to gain a little bit of time. Other than that, I think everyone's going to be doing the same stuff, really. And I decided to try the Yami today, since everyone's kind of gone to the Yami now, and I've been holding off and riding the Fantic and stuff. We'll try the Yami for a round, see how it goes. There was a part of me that was sitting there last night for about 30 minutes, and I was like, do I sign up for a 250 race? And I've done a couple of the tracks on the 250, and I couldn't even get near to the 250 riders' qualifying times in the wet when I was playing on a dry track. So I got rid of that idea, because I would get my absolute shit pushed in. I'm not a good 250 rider at all. Much prefer trying to be smooth and patient on the 450 than wide open everywhere on the 2s. It just doesn't suit my style at all. So, let's try and hit this quad. That's going to make or break a lot of lap times, unfortunately. I haven't got the springiest suspension either. It's fairly soft. It's more of an outdoors setup right now, but we'll rock it. We'll see how it goes. My best lap in testing was a 49 flat, and Rax is basically on that 49 flat already, just in here. So I'm hoping to get... We'll just try and get inside the top 10 in qualifying. Hopefully we'll see how that goes. But I hope everyone's doing well. Happy Friday to everyone. I started on the Easter egg a little bit early instead of waiting until, was it Sunday? So I got a Maltesers Easter egg and it had like the Maltesers bunnies in there. So I've gobbled all them up already. Put the egg back in the fridge because cold chocolate, absolute W. That seems to be quite a divisive topic, is people liking or not liking cold chocolate. I absolutely love it. Hello Jerry, hope you're doing well. How do you join these rounds in the outdoors? All through my MXB. You have to sign up in advance for these, so if you wanted to do this one today, for example, it's a little bit too late for that. But yeah, go on my MXB. Get an account sorted out and everything, and then there's races that go on literally every single day at various times, so you can sign up for which ones you like the look of. Hello Loop, and hello Isaac as well. Hello Sam. Chocolate and candy goes in the fridge. I don't really have much candy at all. Or it'd be sweets in the UK. But yeah, I don't really have much candy. What I would go out my way of to get though, candy-wise, which is the only thing I do, is the Haribo Tangfastics, the cherries in there. That's just like a god tier of sweet. Hello Welsh. Hello Spicy, you've got lots of people in here today already. Where's the leak, ma'am? This isn't... I don't want to kind of beat a dead horse because nothing is going to change for the rest of the season. But in regards to this whole no rut malarkey, I would have thought in a corner like this that you're coming into really, really quickly. I would have liked just to see maybe a little inside right here so we could use this low line. Because I don't see a universe really where anyone's going to come into here, slam on the brakes, cut down, and then take the low line here. It's just not going to be quicker at all. So, yeah, a little disappointed in that. But this is what we're rocking with for this season, you know? Smooth tracks, easy to learn. which to an extent it makes the racing better from the perspective of it's really, really close, but it makes the racing worse, in my opinion, in the sense of lack of creativity in terms of lines and what you can do with the ruts and stuff. I mean, anybody can try and qualify for these, like 20 hours or not. I don't think he's going to make it at all, but yeah, I mean, there's no reason why you can't qualify. Even if you're someone that, even if you know you're not going to qualify, it's good to get an idea of what kind of positioning and what time you're off by, and then try and work on that and improve that each week. It's very easy to get a bad kick in like the third to last loop that sends you really far up into the berm. That's quite hard to brake for. You can step over this table as well. We don't really want to. You want to go on, off, and then triple your way into the turn. And you can carry all your speed around here, triple into this, triple again. I don't think you can quad off of this. I tried a couple times and came up short. So I think you just want to go triple, 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 double. And then you got to try and stay low for the Supercross triple. Open up this as much as you can to try and get over this quad as far as possible. A little bit of a bounce, and then you got to try and stay low to the ground over these tables. On, off, and then you send the finish line. And as far as a bank lap goes, 49.3, and not terrible at all. That'll already get me qualified in. So now we just have to go full on duct tape the right trigger down and hope that we improve ever so slightly. I imagine that Tyler Rax Cam, you're probably looking at 48.5s, maybe lower than that, which is disgusting. But that's just what they do. That is what they do. But I'll try and spin... Actually, I'm not going to carry on this lap, but we'll try and spin a couple laps in a row and keep the momentum going. Thank you very much, Peter. And hello, Oreo, as well. Good to have you here. I was seeing if there's a way you could scumbag this start, because in my head it'd be you could kind of send it pinned off the track and then triple the whole thing. But the way the bows lined up and stuff, you can't. What you can do is take off on the berm, double over the finish line, and then double into the corner after that. But I don't think it's faster at all. So we got lucky today. There's no scumbag strats to start a lap. And I also don't know whether it's better to use this berm and then slingshot along the straight or try and flat track on the inside. Oh, back end didn't really grip very well then at all. Lost a bunch of time in the whips. Little vibes catching a toe on my booty cheeks. I'll try and scrub this triple harder. Yeah, that, exactly like I said, Rack's already on a 48.5. It's gross. It's disgusting. Getting a clean quad here will save you a bunch of time as well, so you're not bouncing up in the air. Yeah, it did. I was up by 0.7 for a second then. I had a bad exit at the corner. There you go, I'm in the 48s. We'll take those. Go for back-to-back laps, why not? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I survived! No! Okay. Got a little bit too much grip coming out of the corner. Jeez. If you make me a custom kit, no, I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't use it. Not to be disrespectful at all. But no, I just run the FXR stuff. I get sent by my team, and that is pretty much it. Now, the time for me is 8 PM. Just gone 8 PM. I should actually have a couple of people's skins for once in here, since I've been downloading them all for commentating as well. Probably count on one hand the amount of time I've been able to see people's skins in an actual race. I just don't bother downloading them usually, just from a racing perspective. Oh, what? Okay, why is the front end trying to go on me? I also think people are going to be changing names, because people were talking about using real life names. So again, never heard of Tim in my entire life, but he's number 34, so he's got a good number. It might be someone like Pumpakasu, because we've got Yoku in here, who's usually a 250 rider. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Am I going to race Matterley? Probably not. Reason being is a lot of the NA riders get the big wow after I done the NAGP race, because I get the track early. Even though I guarantee I spent less time on it than they did with their 5 hours of practice. So no, probably not. It was probably a one and done for me, and that was it at Spain. Okay, so Rax is going inside. I'll try it, see if we can make it work. Kelso's, yeah, Kelso races every round. Well, at least I think he does. He just changes his name every single round so people don't punt him because he knows he's a twat. In 450s, I'll be surprised if he qualifies, to be fair, because it should be very, very close on times. Yeah, how did Brax hit that corner so fast? Oh, the bike's stepping out, and she's gone. See what I mean by how close lap times are? So there's there's 3 thousandths between Rax and Tyler right now. No, I appreciate the offer, but I don't want to join any other teams. I'm happy where I am. And the front end on this is not doing what I want it to do. It's giving away quite easy, and I'm wondering if it is because it's softer. I might have to stiffen it up a bit. I always get worried about trying to change suspensions on race day. If I had to recommend one country from Europe for an American to visit, not England. Not England at all. I like Spain or Italy or something. Oh, I've gone a bit far on that. Oh, I've gone very far on that. That's bad. Gonna cost me a little bit of time. Oh, that quad. I hate how much that quad saves or breaks your lap. No, didn't go faster at all. I might be on my limit here in terms of lap time that I can get, boys. So I haven't quite got them extra couple of attempts that these fast boys have at the top. Ah, bad run in the whoops. Cost me like a 10th. Struggling to keep the bike on top of the whoops right now. It's trying to get inside of them. It's not good. Should we see if we can... No, I need a lot more speed to be able to quad that. Not see Kelso's number. I don't think enough people care enough to take note of what his number actually is. But yeah, no, that would be a very easy way of going about it. I think it's just when you're in the race, you don't really pay too much attention to the numbers of people around you. You just look at their names to see who's who. But yeah, it is very, very funny to me that he has to do that so he doesn't get taken out by people. Only thing you have to remember if you are an American going to a European country, we do already have the stereotype of that the Americans are very, very loud. The Europeans do like their peace and quiet. I mean, Spain doesn't really want any tourists at the moment, to be fair, from what I've seen on the news, so maybe not Spain for the time being. See, the front ends, it's knifing as I'm going into the corner, and then it like straightens itself up halfway, but then the damage is done by then. It's already taken all of my momentum away. Can't even speak. Momentum away. I'll be honest, boys, I don't know if I'm going to go any faster than my time that I've got right now. In little like back end slides every now and then. Front end trying to push in some of the corners. And I think the suspension might be too soft to be able to get this quad consistently. I've got to get the corner absolutely perfection to be able to get up and over that. What if just for the sake of qualifying. I won't do this for the race. Do I have anything else? That's MX. Let's try this. See what this is like. It's probably going to be completely different gear and everything, but we'll just switch things up on the fly. I don't know, that felt like it wanted to turn even less. Better through the whoops though. Much better through the whoops. Track's better on the exit of the corner as well. I was 0.2 down at the start of the lap and I have clawed it back a bit. That quad's easier to get over as well. Okay. Well, you've got 9 minutes left. I'll try this out for a couple of laps. Ah! Got everything so perfect, god damn it. Good. That's not terrible. Backed into the corner by mistake. The back end was sliding. That's so much quicker through the whoops to the point where I think I'm going to struggle to get stopped for the corner afterwards. Maybe I should try and keep it in 3rd gear around the left. And then I just have to upshift once into 4th for the whoops. A lot going on in this last corner. Yeah, let's upshift into this corner, see how it goes. Oh no, I need to be 2nd there. Not enough speed around it to carry 3rd. The front end tried going on me again. Oh, so frustrating. It might not seem like a lot, and some of you probably think I should carry that lap on, but when everything's as close as it is right now, you need to be going full send there. Yep, six start to the lap wins. That was great. Is the Jan racing? Yeah, probably. I don't see why he wouldn't be. I don't check sign-ups or anything anymore. I just get in my qualifying lobby and that's it. He's probably just in another one. Oh, for God's sake. Ah! Now I'm too far to the right. Gonna make this corner tighter than it needs to be. Right, so I'm gonna hang 3rd. Get that up into 4th. Downshift once there, downshift again there. No. Back end got hung up. I really struggle with those jumps where you're doubling or singling into a 90. Always have done. Can never get the angle of it right. Very slow first corner. Even if I hit a perfect lap for me right now, it's still not going to be nowhere near the 0.5 that I need. Yeah, it didn't turn tight enough there again. I'm 0.3 down on what my lap time was. keep clicking them off, may as well. It's going to be one of the fastest races we've had for a long time in terms of just lap pace. Can't stop. Addicted to the shindig. Do I not stand up in jumps? And you can see when I'm sat and when I'm standing. Just based on the controller input. When that right stick's blue, I'm sat down. When it's red, I'm stood up. Keep entering these whoops at an angle. Need to try and follow the corner around further, but it's not going particularly well. General rule of thumb for the jumps though, especially if you're trying to stay as low as possible and go fast, is you usually sit down just at the top of it to try and soak up the jump. Helps with your scrubbing. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm in terms of qualifying time, but this track is like the epitome of what the tracks have been like so far this year, where it's just full send everywhere, and I really don't think it takes much skill to get a good lap around a track like this. Obviously, being very good at the game like these top boys are will gain you that extra half a second or so, but you know, like, give me 100 hours on the game and I can get an easy hot lap around here. A lot of inconsistencies in the corner at the moment. At least it feels that way. No, I'm not trying to stream on Twitch anymore. It just doesn't work. Doesn't work. Right. See how good Rex's drives are through that second set of whoops there. I just can't get the corner lined up properly for myself. You just Google search claw grip. It's all the same. Yep. Bad run through the whoops again. You get stuck in them just a tiny bit and then you can't stay across the top anymore after that. Annoyingly, I do think that this second setup that I tried is the best option. It's annoying because it's fast, but it feels a little bit volatile sometimes, like it can go wrong in a hurry. Yeah, that back end's going to be annoying. And I'm pretty sure the collisions on those circular bows extend past the bell itself. I don't think I touched it then, and I definitely felt it slow me down a bit. Yeah, I couldn't tell you where to gain an extra half a second on that lap. Like, that felt like the limit to me. Oh, you fucker. Oh, that was alright. The first run through the whoops was good. There again, I'm just the right-hander after the first set. I'm not opening up very well. Struggling to keep my momentum around it. Right, last attempt. Not a good start. Already over to the middle of the track when I need to be far left. Bruh. Can't even scrub a jump properly anymore. Well, that's disappointing. Half a second off. Which sounds like nothing, but it's a lot. I'm probably going to be... I might even be outside the top 10 in qualifying with that. That does not feel good at all. I don't think NA and EU times will be much different. No, I agree. It's... I don't want to talk down on the tracks much, because I like the people that make the tracks. And I think they do good work. But I don't consider these to be good tracks for what we're doing. Like, if it was just a general release for just like, yeah, here's a fun replica track, then yeah, maybe. But no, for the pro series, I do class these as very, very amateurish styles of tracks. Because again, it just comes down to whole shot simulator. So let's say we got Rex and Tyler here. They're a 10th apart. They will still only be a 10th in the part in the actual race. Maybe they'll be running consistent 49 flats rather than low 48s, but they will still only be a 10th apart. So let's say Rex gets the whole shot and Tyler gets fucked off the start by maybe a bad netcode collision. There is no chance on the planet that Tyler can do anything about that. He's going to lose like straight up regardless. And I think these tracks do cater a lot to being like a whole shot simulator, which thankfully I'm not in a points battle whatsoever, because if I was and I kept getting taken out on the start because people don't have the best race IQ, unfortunately, it would absolutely trigger me. So yeah, I'm just here to show face really in these races. Actually, let me make sure that that's set for all of them. V3, V3. Yeah, the most fun race that I had this year was the Daytona one, which coincidentally has been the only challenging / rough track that we've had. Yeah, it's just not for me. It's like some people really like this, but it's made me not as excited to race so much this season so far, which is why I decided to commentate over GPs in general, which is now like, whilst I really like commentating the GPs, I've also been really enjoying the GP tracks as well, so I wouldn't have minded to race them. So a bit of a tough one. No, qualifying's done now. This is just like a quick little practice start, just because the server's resetting. I just want to see if I should start in 2nd gear or 3rd gear. I think 3rd's going to be too tall. I might block here. That's a very, very short start straight. Like, very, very short. That's going to be sketchy. I'm going to load it up in... Like, I'm going to load a solo world real quick and just do 1 or 2 starts and see how it goes. Check me DMs. Are you sending me more setups? Splash. Let's have a look. Setup for tonight. I'll give it a go. I haven't got to close and reopen my game for this, do I, either? Downloads, copy, Boso, MX Bikes, profiles, Lins, setups, common, Yamaha 450. Right. Multiplayer, host world, done. East Rutherford. Start. Right. Ocean Man. Might change the gearing. I'll have a look then. I'll have a look. Do you think that we need ruts? 100%. 100% pump. Yes, I do. Wait, am I in? What did I do in testing last for it to be in the wet? Oh! Hang on. My stream has just absolutely pooed itself. Come back to me, stream. Come back. Come back. We're good. We're back. It's fine. Right, clear. Let's try again. Have we got confirmation on if Troy's riding or not? Because I know he wasn't in that quali server, but there is 4 different quali servers. Right. Let's put on the new one that he just sent me. And I will make sure... Let's do like 5. I don't know how much fuel I usually use. Let's do... I'm not going to click on suspension to not give anything away, but I am going to look at the gearing here. I mean, that should actually be okay. Let's try... where we going? Select gate. Gate 1 actually doesn't look as prime as I thought. I think you want to be like gate 4, maybe 5 to get a perfect start, but then you do have the issue of people on your inside not braking, and then you get yeeted. Troy confirmed not in the practice groups. Oh no. What is the Jan do? Maybe he's focusing on his GP career since he had a really good result at Lugo. Maybe that's what he's doing. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Double Dose Media, for the 2. I appreciate that, my man. Very generous of you. Right, I'm just going to do a couple practice starts here, gamers, because I do not have many starts on the Yamaha under my belt, so I just need to see how far I need to lean forwards or backwards or whatever to get a good jump. Oh, I hear Ricky coming. They come. Right, we've got... Thank you very much, Devon, for becoming a member. Yeah, fancy green name for you now. Right. So I stayed in the middle of the bike that time, and it didn't come up at all. Usually they do. Usually they do come up a fair bit. So we'll try and lean back a tiny bit now. Troy's been doing college. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can't hate him for doing real life. Life does come ahead of video games, as much as we hate to admit. Hello, flying guy. Hello, Brock. Going all right, thank you. Just trying to get my head around how fast we have to go at the moment. What if I line it up to there? Okay. Might still be able to go further back than that as well. Halfway through the Union Jack. I'll have a look. I went up to the Fatty Matty graphics there. I don't have a Union Jack on the tank. And P6. P6 ain't terrible. Thank you very much, Frizzy. Right, let me go to there. Hang on. Still didn't wheel it. Is this soft soil or is this a different soil type? Because I swear on any other bike or setup I'd be looping my Larry right about now. Ah, thank you very much, Double Dose as well. Yeah, thank you very much, Frizzy, for the 5 and for the $5, Mr. Double Dose. What's my take on using PCK tracks for ARL way more on using PCK tracks? I got no issue with the PCK tracks at all. I think they're very, very good. It depends what you're into as well. Like, some people like the smoother track, some people want a full-on replica, and I know the PCK tracks go the week after the real-life events. They're able to nail the realism a lot more, but I think they do a good job over there. I enjoyed the ones I done at the start of the year. I just haven't really been interested in racing the game that often right now, to be honest. No, they do a good job. Okay, now we found the point where we loop Larry. Okay, right, found the nice middle ground. So there's a certain point between the fatty designs on the tank and where the seat starts. Hello, Oliver. I got 6th is alright then, considering I was 4th in my heat. Usually I try and average out and do, right, there's 4 groups, I got 4th, I'll be about 16th, but no, that's not too bad, we'll take a 6th. So if I go just underneath graphics... I think that's probably as much as I'm probably going to get away with. And then what's the line through here? Jump over that, trip all the way in. Yeah, okay. That's fine. That should work. Just need to try this for a lap or so before the heats go up. Oh, God. That's a lot more springy. Okay, this might make the quad quite easy then. We'll give this a go. Give this a try, and then we'll do a whoop run. Doesn't turn as sharp. It's definitely a longer wheelbase than what I've had. Go on, off. Oh, hit the bells then. Slowed me down. Over that. We'll keep it in 3rd. Right. Oh, much straighter through the whoops. Hoping that's not just the honeymoon phase. Because I've had setups before where I've hit something absolutely mint on the first attempt and then never been able to replicate it again. Triple again. It's that little double there, trying to scrub and get the angle right for that inside. I have a feeling that the fast boys are going to be quadding that every single lap. And to be honest, it's probably one of them lines that once the road comes in will actually get easier rather than more difficult. Oh, can go over that. Yeah, that starts for everyone a completely different tyre. So as you're saying, lean back as soon as you go across the gate. For some people or some setups, if you lean back too early, you'll just loop your Larry anyway. Because there's a point where the back wheel goes from spinning the whole time to then starting to grip. So if you lean back too early and it starts to grip, then the front wheel will just come up. So then you've got to brake again anyway. So I always wait just a little bit longer to make sure that doesn't happen. All right, so I am in Heat 2. And Cam went top with a 42.2, then Rax with 48.2, and then Rax with 48.2, Tyler 48.3, Pumpakasu 48.4, Isaac 48.8, and then me on a 48.8. So there's a bit. What time did you need to make it? You only needed a 50.3 to make it in, so 2 seconds off top. And to be fair, if you remove the absolute animals from the top, that's about 1.5 seconds max from top to bottom of quali, which is pretty disgusting, if you ask me. That is a very, very close gap. That's unreal. Thank you very much, Bradley, if you're in chat, by the way. You know what I'm saying thank you for. Right. Our heat race is up. No. Is Cupcake not streaming tonight? Wes has added special media as the streamer for tonight rather than Cupcake. I wonder if he's busy. I joked in ARL Discord earlier saying I'm down so horrendous in Supercross I might just start commentating 250s. Yeah, these times are disgustingly close. Very, very disgustingly close. I'm just going to, because the servers haven't gone up yet, I just want to try and get used to this setup before I throw it onto the gate straight away. I just want a little bit of practice with it first. Since the PC wiped, I've lost... So since PC Shop wiped your PC, you've lost all interest in playing this game. Just waiting for MTG. It's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout at all. I really did think that when the MTG announcement started to come about, that there would be some urgency in updating this game and fixing it properly, but it doesn't really seem to be happening at all. And the biggest thing about that as well is you've got people like Nico, for example, Nico being like the big head guy at MTG. Nico's even still going out of his way to report MX Bikes bugs to Paboso. But Paboso just doesn't seem to really be acting on anything at the moment, which is very, very frustrating as a consumer, because it makes me be like, well, if you're not going to put the effort in, then yeah, I will just completely ditch MX Bikes and go play MTG when it comes out. And there will always be an MX Bikes fan base, in the same way there's always going to be an MX Simulator fan base. But I do think you're probably looking at like half of the people leaving this whenever MTG comes out. Now, I'd say MX Bikes has almost been lucky up to this point that it hasn't really had any other competition, because Sim is like the harder version, so a lot of people want the easier experience on MX Bikes, and then they don't want it so easy or arcadey as MX vs ATV or MESX. So Bikes has kind of been that go-to for a lot of people for a long time, even with all of its problems. Starting from zeros, MX Bikes or MTG easier? Very, very hard to say, because my experience of learning games is completely different. So I spent 4,000 or 5,000 hours learning Sim, and then when I went to MX Bikes, it was incredibly easy for me to pick up, because I've already had that hard experience of learning a motocross game. So now, me learning motocross the game, the current physics that are in it in the build that I've played, I feel like I've almost mastered them already in about 8 hours. But I think for the general player, MTG will be harder to learn than MX Bikes will be to learn. There's something I've always been pretty decent at, to be fair, without blowing my own horn too much, is picking up games very quickly. I mean, I was on Mook Rations after like 2 weeks playing the game, just because I rocked up to my first race 2 weeks in and won one of the motos. But then the game was a lot less competitive back then, to be fair, so it's probably easier to get noticed than it is now. These aren't public lobbies at all, Brick. There's no session for this. Just waiting for the servers to go up for an organised event that you have to sign up for. I mean, this thing's so much better through the whoops. I'm just not sure about the turning right now. It's a lot longer of a wheelbase than I'm used to. Find myself probably going over quite a few of these corners, not turning tight enough. And I suppose you are meant to set the bike up for the whoops, aren't you? Make sure you get through them clean and fast every single lap. Probably the biggest place to make or lose time. Hello, Grob. What do I use to build tracks besides Photoshop? I don't. I use... Oh, well, no, that's a lie, actually. So for all of the arena cross tracks, I just use Photoshop. And I'm guessing you're meaning in terms of just terrain. I use just Photoshop for the arena cross tracks. And then it was only Moto 101 where I used 90% Photoshop. And then the other, like 10% or so, was just for braking bumps and stuff. And that was in Daylon Leveler. Yeah, most of it's all done in Photoshop for me. It depends on what your preference is. I mean, you can make some incredible looking tracks just by using, like, GIMP, which is a free Photoshop, and that's it. I've got settings videos on all of my stuff, Junks. So why... Oh, never mind. I was about to say, why is it making me wheelie this time when I lent the same place? But that's because I've changed it down to a 6 swing arm rather than a 7 swing arm. So now I need to get the point right again because I've changed the geometry of the bike. So I was going all the way back to the bottom of graphics at the bottom of my screen. So now I should probably go to maybe the bottom of Fatty. Yeah, that's better. It's crazy how it's just such a tiny adjustment. Now you go one click and you've got to go, what, like a couple of millimeters less back to find the right point. Oh, that was nice. Why can't I... Oh, and that angle to the corner was nice as well. Why can't I do that every lap? Right, what's this quad like? It's still a stretch. I do think the road will make it easy as we go though, so I shouldn't be missing out for too long. I really love, that's probably my favourite part of this entire track, is when you have little singles that you can wheelie over, especially ones like going into a corner. So as the suspension compresses here, I then use the rebound of the suspension to pick the front end up, and then almost like scrub my front wheel up and over this roller to basically not leave the ground. And then you can kind of just get the bike cranked into the corner. Whereas if I hit this completely dead straight without wheeling, I'd probably jump over the berm completely. Little techie things like that make tracks quite exciting for me. But they're quite few and far between at the moment. It says rain. If they put rain on the servers, they might have just been forgetting to, they might have forgot to put them up, to change them from last week, because there was rain on them last week. Oh, it might be another Mudder IRL. Ooh, okay. Where'd you find Leveler? It's just go on Google to do it. It's not really MX bikes related at all. It's mainly made for like designing golf courses and stuff. But a lot of the top track creators started using it. It's a paid program though, so you might not want it. I think it's like $50, something like that, to purchase. Yeah, I'll get bored. I might make some golf courses in my spare time. And now I've done... I don't know. I'm not feeling the consistency right now in the gate drops. The thing is, with wheeling out the gate, because we're trying to get it so precise, if I... Because I'm pushing my bike into the gate the whole time, as soon as the gate drops, I start moving forwards. So if my reaction time on actually dumping the clutch is a tiny bit slower, then the geometry of the bike again has completely changed. The front end won't be squatting as much because it's unloaded. So I need to be really, really quick on it so I don't wheelie. That was better that time. It just doesn't feel like I'm going. It feels like I'm spinning up the back end a lot. Then it's not a long enough start straight really to warrant starting in third gear. Right, we got servers up. Race day announcements. We do. We've got 5 minutes. 5 minutes to join in sync. Ping within first lap for red flags. Okie dokie. We've had a lot of red flags recently. Like, so many more than usual. Lots of jump starts. Right. We are in Heat 2. 450 Heat 2. Get joined into there. Close that, close that, close that, close that. Right, we're good. We are good. Apparently not leaving the pits before a race calls and jump starts now as well. Yeah, I don't know if I know nostalgia is a hell of a thing, and we always say things used to be better. I don't remember half of the, pardon me, half of the broken stuff from 3 years ago. We used to get... I'm burping so much, I'm so sorry. The worst we used to really get was, like ghost riding, where you'd crash and the bike would just roll forever by itself so it wouldn't let you respawn. But I don't remember all of the super funky, like, slow physics where you're bouncing back and forth all the time. I don't remember all of these jump starts that people are constantly getting, all these game crashes. You didn't have any of, like, the banned for cheating issues back then, because, like, the game very rarely got updated, to be fair, so you couldn't get banned for cheating by using old setups. So I guarantee I'm next to Rax and Enrique on the gate. That's just the way the world goes, but I'll be next to some high pingers, so I'll probably get flung into turn 1. But in terms, like, so it's basically near impossible to finish a Krakenberg run with a lobby these days, because you can hit a rock slightly wrong and your game will just crash straight away. Whereas years ago, never had any issues with, like, hitting fences or hitting rocks or anything like that. The game just wouldn't crash. So I don't understand why it's become so volatile over the last 2 years or so. 15 plus 2? No, this should be a 6 plus 1, which it is. Yeah, this is just a heat race. The actual main event will be a 20 plus 1. I just fancied giving the Yamaha a go. There's no reasons for any of my bike decisions at all, it just depends what I'm feeling on the day. I mean, all these top boys are riding the Yam, so it must be decent to a certain extent, so I thought I'd give it a go. I'll be honest, I'm missing the beta. I wish the beta wasn't banned. I also don't know why as well. You can see behind me my green screen's not quite as transparent as it has been, and I don't know why. The lighting's exactly the same today, so I don't know why it's changing at all. Oh, we've got a lot of shit ping in here. I know it would kind of suck for the people with high ping, but I do think there should be a ping limit again for collisions, because we did that for a while. It would suck for the Aussies, I know, but it also sucks for us when we get into a collision with someone from, like, Brazil or Oceania or something like that and just get sent flying for no reason at all. It's one of the worst parts about riding this game is the netcode and ping between players. Like Mr. Posty right here. I guarantee if me and Posty just, like, brush against each other, there's going to be some weird... Can't actually catch up to him now. Slow down, Posty. Slow down. Oh, there you go. Posty's gone flying from me barely breathing on him. Ah, thank you very much. Good luck, brother. How does Sketch do it? Thank you, brother. Thank you very much, sir. I'm going to stop saying name because I know you like to do it as anonymous, so I'm not going to say the exact name, but obviously I know who you are, so thank you very, very much. You're unreal always. Unreal. Began... let me see. What was Rufio's message? Oh, you think the game crashes? You think the game crashes were because of that? The game crashes began when they updated the game for cheating. Oh, no, I think it was a little bit before that. A little bit. No, it's not Troy. It's not Troy. No, it's not Troy at all. Oh, I do appreciate you, though, very much, Mr. Anonymous. That 100 right there is simply a case of getting to go riding for another weekend. And I don't think I'm going to be riding until, like, the start of next month now, at this point, just because of how things are lined up. I'm itching to get back out on the bike again. So I've just had the suspension done. Like, the forks came back the other day. So I'm excited to give them a go. I'm hoping that it'll get me feeling a lot more comfortable on it now that it'll actually be set up for me properly. When MTG gets here, we can take down all the cheating updates and voila, less bugs. Why would you want to remove the cheating updates? Out of curiosity, why would you want that? It's not going to happen. But I'm just curious why that would be the case. Yeah, I saw Mildenhall was back open. Again, I don't think the, without getting into it too much, because I know this is very like 50-50 on people's opinions on it, I don't think it should be closed forever because of what happens. Like, it's a shitty scenario for what happened. They should be taken to court for it, just out of negligence, and probably pay a very, very hefty fine. But it would suck if, because of that accident, like thousands and thousands of locals no longer had a local motocross track anymore, especially with how many tracks in the UK closed down as it is. Yeah, I remember people... Well, I ran it for a little while. The issue with all these little game bugs that you used to be able to exploit is everyone was very happy doing it until I then make it public knowledge all the time, and everyone would hate me for it because then there'd be a game change because of it. Like with the... being able to turn your shadows off completely. That's more forced now, server side, I think. Being able to remove tear-offs back in the day so you never get dirt on your goggles. Having the whole lean help 0 thing as well, and how easy that was to access and how quick you could go with it. So people love doing it until I tell everybody how to do it, and then it gets taken away because like they're just broken. Try Linda launching in the heat? No. No, it's not. It's a ban now as well. It's not just a case of, oh, you go to the LCQ. I'm pretty sure they just ban you for the night. Right, heat race time, gamers. Let's see how this goes. Not great. Right, I'm on the inside here. I should come out in second. Lovely. Nice clean start. And now we just try and trail racks for as long as we can. Let's see if he's going to quad this. Oh, he's gone high. 100% he's quadding that. Yeah, got it clean as well. He goes inside here as well, but I'm not really comfortable with it. I prefer going around the outside and then getting the slingshot back down the straight. Oh! God, the front end was close to going over that. Other issue I got is I haven't really done many laps with a full tank of fuel either. Been going with qualifying fuel and the bike is heavier with more fuel, so it doesn't turn quite as well either. So you're just gaining like little temps here and there from scrubbing harder. Staying lower. Not got it. The old man fingers can't keep up. Ooh, hate bails like that on the inside. So frustrating, especially just before like a big jump, like a double or a triple. Oh, back end was stepping out before I even got into the corner there. It is a bit of a sea of blue, isn't it? I just had a look across the track. They've put this on 0.25 a road as well at the moment, so I'm guessing they're trying to make things somewhat interesting for us. Oh, that was close, almost went too far. Yeah, good luck to anybody getting a stinky start in this today. There is no time to be gained anywhere. Yes, Rack's nose, he's on stream, let's go. Oh, I don't know if I'll get over that. Jesus, I was turning right on the face. I haven't got a trick button anymore, so I can't even join him. That was annoying. Don't know if he thought I was going to try and yeet it up the inside of him or what, but... See what I mean? Nowhere to pass. Going way too quickly, unless you want to yeet somebody off the track. However, if there was a rut around the outside and a rut in the middle, you could have the option to actually take a different line to somebody. So this is it, unfortunately. You just kind of follow each other and then hope somebody crashes. I'm going over the bump. Oh, too fast. Oh, it's alright, I can rejoin. I've had a look at the track maps, nobody coming. And this is now where I remain for the rest of this heat race. Oh yeah, that's getting much easier now with the road in the corner. Oh, fine, over the bales, no worries. I was on smoke, he gained 0.6 on me in that lap, and that felt like a good lap. Nah, setup feels good though. We'll see how it goes once the road gets really, really deep, but right now it feels good. Tracking through the whoops fine. And quite got the pace to keep up to the very, very front, so I'm just circulating in no man's land right now. I'm pretty sure he's just ran a very, very low 48 or a 47. Like, basically bang on his qualifying time. So, I mean, we shouldn't be able to run qualifying laps in the race. Get some bumps in there. Like, this isn't... Like, this just feels like just qualifying. Doesn't feel like a race at all. There's no... I think there's strategy is the right word. There's no strategy to it. It is literally just who can hold down right trigger the most. Which Rex is very, very good at. You ain't got to be smart anywhere. You're not got to pick your way through at all. You just go. You just full send it everywhere you can. Yeah, so he's just beating his qualifying time in a race, which I'm sorry should never happen. Like, fucking fair play to him, because that's actually unreal. Like, I could never go that fast. But no, this is pretty shit racing. They got rid of the rough tracks from last year because they released a test track with and without ruts, and the ruts on the test track weren't very good. And shortly after, they done a poll on whether people wanted rutted tracks or non-rutted tracks. So all of the pussy fast boys that like going a million miles an hour everywhere said smooth tracks, please. So that's exactly what they've done for this year. And I think they're now kind of regretting it. They want rough tracks back. But the decision was made, so that's what we're rocking with. But for me, it's kind of ruined the racing for me for this year at least. I've not really enjoyed the racing at all. Daytona I really, really enjoyed because it was rough, but other than that, it's taken a lot of the fun out of it for me. Because the aspect of racing that I enjoy is picking your way around and taking different lines if one's getting too rough. But there's nothing really to do on this track here. Like, you can't tell me, because there are some people in the game that say, oh, the pre-made rough is fine. You cannot tell me you are going to make a pass on someone in this corner if they're in the outside. Unless you plan on fucking yeeting them off the track like this. Because the way the road forms is the corners just get faster. Nobody's going to cut down here. No one's going to try taking a different line. Look, if I'm sat here, that's still so much slower than anything else. So it does just make it follow the leader. Very follow the leadery. Nowhere to make a pass unless you go stupidly aggressive. It is what it is. And the issue is if you do want to do that and yeet him off the track, then you'll probably get penalised for it and like banned for a round. Can I just not race as a protest? I cannot race. They're not going to care about that. Because nobody else is going to follow suit. But people live for this game. That's why that's why I started commentating GPs, but it turned out the GP tracks are actually really, really fun. So I liked them a lot. It's a good layout. I mean, it's a recycled layout. I can't remember what year it was, whether it was like 2017 or 2018, but we have had a Supercross track with this exact layout before. Because I remember playing in MX Simulator and having a really good race then. But it's identical. But it's so quick. You see the kit? Oh, my kit's not new at all. This is a very, very old set of kit that, it's Jake, isn't it? Jake Splitsko. Trying to remember names now, I've not spoken to him in a long time. This was before I was even on AJP, this was when I was just FXR. This is a very, very old set of gear. I was just scrolling through the list randomly and clicking on stuff, and I was like, yeah, it kind of goes with the bike, so we'll rock it. The helmet doesn't go at all. Thought it was better than me running Troy's gear. Is this a BP one? Oh yeah, you can tell how it's a BP one because in the bottom right hand corner of my number 35 there is a little Linda logo, and BP started putting that on all the stuff. And you can actually, never mind, you can see BP's bloody logo there. I only saw the Blitzco one. There you go. That was a heat race. Who was the geezer? So I know Marley. Marley, you lurk in my chat, Mr. Spink. You was on my absolute cheeks for like the first 3 laps, and I don't know if you'll mind me saying that on, if you take like a GP track, for example, I'm pretty sure I would pull away no problem whatsoever. You've got people like Bumpakasu sitting in 8th because he probably got a bad start. Let you do my third person laps. No, I enjoy it. I like playing third person every now and then. I know I'm not the best in it, but I do enjoy it. Not. I was not going to be. Yeah, I was isn't going to be too happy. JS7's the new Club MX pickup as of today, and he rage quit that one by the looks of it. You won your heat fresh. Well done. Oh, his lap didn't count. That's strange. Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety. That is disgusting. That should never happen on any racetrack ever. I don't know of any real-life race where people have got a lap time faster than their qualifying time, unless like it was a mudder in qualifying and then it got sunny afterwards. That should never happen. Thank you very much, Mr. Mbb, for subscribing to the channel. A minute. It says a minute ago. It might have been longer. My notifications are quite delayed sometimes. Song's been on your mind since last Lim stream. It was on the radio in the car on the way home from the shop earlier. That's why. So it's refreshed itself. City Wheelie Brev. Wheelies on Assen. A bit of a weird one. Idiot server. That's a bit of me. I don't have the password though. What we're rocking with. Bit of Countryside. Countryside being the most populated. Everyone loves a bit of Paletta, bit of Fort Red. Got some interesting stuff in there. So much for Latvia being easy. Being an easy week. Are you gonna? Actually, is Latvia's the next round we're doing, isn't it? Check my DMs. What's the name of the one you sent me? Yes. Okay. Oh, let me look at the screenshots as well. Do you, Bradley? Can I show these screenshots, or do you want me to wait until like Monday, or do you mind them being shown off now? I'd rather get your permission before I show something that I might not be allowed to show. Can do. Okay, I'll show it. So this is what we're looking like. I mean, if people can learn a track like from this, then fair play to them. But we got a bit of Keegums action. We got some Latvia. So Mr. Quacks is going to be a very, very happy man. So sand track, I believe. This is what we are going to be rocking with. I mean, in terms of, I know it's just me looking at it from this point. It doesn't look as harshly whooped out as like a Sardinia, for example. And it's like the whoops that you do see, that's in a fairly high-speed downhill section anyway, so it shouldn't affect you too much. And Latvia, for me, at least the last one we played, was like just outsides everywhere. But I think most sand tracks are. It looks absolutely fine. Looks good to me. Nothing glaringly obvious in these pictures. I don't think he would have had to put a wall up here to stop people because the angle of this jump, and I think it'll just send you to the moon anyway. It is a scrub wall, so it should be fine. I do remember when this track used to go back the other direction, back in like the original MXGP day. Not like MXGP the game, not in MX bikes. You used to just be able to ride around the outside of all these jumps and not get penalised for it. It was absolute scumbag manoeuvres online. It was so funny. We got a Wild King Rider appearance. We have indeed. Tell an FXR I'm wearing a fox hat. That's okay. They already know. You can tell them whatever you want. They won't believe you. I don't think they'll believe whatever you say, Ryder. We're going to get a Ryder come back at some point, or are you just lurking ahead of MTG coming up? Yeah, the texturing's always been good. The thing that I find most impressive with these like GP tracks, for example, so far, which I think it's something that JV and the gang spent a hell of a lot of time practicing different versions of to get it right, is the file sizes and the optimization, because I think Lugo was only something like 430 meg, something crazy like that, and you've got very in-depth on-track detail. You've got all these good-looking models from a distance. I find that more impressive than anything, especially when I released a Arena Cross track like a year ago or 2 years ago, which was like a gig. I don't know how I managed to do that. Cupcake's taking a break because Linz gave it to him in ARL Discord. To be fair, I mean, he came into my DMs after we had that little back and forth, and I just explained to him, there is no world where I have. Oh, and now Jams is streaming as well. There's no world where I have to stream with you. Like, I don't talk to you. And he just kept saying that's a shit excuse. And I was like, it's not an excuse. I don't have to commentate with you. And I just said, you can do your commentating as you have done, as you always will, and I'll just do my little extra bit on the side. Like, I'm not going to force you to do what classes you don't want, so on and so forth. And I just think it was a bit more of an issue than it needed to be. I tried to tread on as little toes as possible. If I say MTG is good, you'll buy it. If you use code LINS4 at checkout when you're ordering it, then MTG is very good. Because I get a slight amount of commission when you pre-order it and use my code. Thank you very much. No, I enjoy it. You can't, like, people are trying to analyze it so much right now, and it's like, when the game releases, it will be a completely different game anyway, because the physics aren't, I wouldn't even say are a quarter of the way yet, because it's purely just bike, you know, just turning left and right on your bikes, no rider lean, no rider weight, nothing like that at all. Yeah, I've enjoyed it so far. I don't know if it's just because it's fresh for me as well, but I enjoy difficult games, so I like having to put time in to learn how to be good at something. Thank you very much, Nuli, I appreciate it. The code is LINS4. You know what I could do? Hang on a second. I'm going to do a fully shameless plug just whilst we're in Menu Simulator right now. Where is my YouTube email? There it is. Right. Scroll. There it is. Right. 1 second. I've got to log in with my YouTube. Please tell me I ain't got to do my password and stuff. Tell me it's remembered me. I've got like 17-step authentication on YouTube stuff now. Aha! Right, load. Programs. MTG. Right. Copy. Use code LINS4 for 4% off MTG. Bosh. There you go. Doc said it's harder than Sim. No, I don't think so. I don't know how much Sim... well, yeah, I don't know how much Sim experience Doc has. But no, I definitely think it's easier than Sim. It might change once the rider comes into play, and there's a whole other set of stuff going on. But no, I don't, at least from what I've played so far, I don't think it's harder than Sim is. It's harder than MX Bikes is. I don't think it's harder than Sim. Somebody's watching me. Right, I can close all that now. Lovely. %'s crazy work. Or what if I told you that it was 1 until I made another code up to 4? You don't have to turn the bikes back up on bikes. You don't have to turn the bikes back up on MTG right now either. It's fully direct lean. So if you're looking at my left stick on my controller at the bottom left, if I'm leant all the way over to the right, if I let go of that, it really, really quickly stands the bike back up. So you have to do it gently. You have to like release it slowly. Otherwise it will yeet you so far to the other way, which again, it's, didn't take me too long to learn, but you do have to be very, very precise. But then it's just bike, you know? The bike's got no rider weight pushing it down into the ground, so like the front end can go light sometimes right now. I think once the rider's put in as well, and the ride has influence over the bike, everything will be even easier than it is now as well. But yeah, I don't think it's as hard as Sim is. I do think it will be harder than MX bikes upon release as well. Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with the road as well. I see people asking for like proper dirt physics, and I don't think we're ever, in our lifetimes anyway, going to get a motocross game where you've got like the dirt properly moving, like dirt would, like individual grains, individual bits of dirt moving around constantly. Because in single player, maybe you can imagine something like that, but imagine the PC power you would need to have 40 people in a motocross race, everybody moving dirt around the track constantly. I don't think the PC could handle it. So I do think it's going to work in a similar aspect to like Sim and Bikes, to where if there is a road and it will build up over time, but if you notice on Sim, if you crank the road right up on Sim and you do a lap, it takes like 5 to 10 seconds or so for the game to recognize that road and then put it on the track. So I think it will be the best road we can get, because I've seen like the pictures and the way the ruts form and they're narrow and they look realistic, but I don't think it's going to be like every single little grain of dirt is moving. But I do think it'll be a lot better than Bikes in the way that MX Bikes road goes very like jaggedy and triangulated, just because I think it's the game engine as well. It doesn't help. Whereas MTG is on, is it on Unreal or is it on Unity? I would say it's on Unreal, so it should be a lot better for stuff like that. Yeah, I don't think there's a world where, at least for us in our lifetimes, where you could properly simulate dirt moving around underneath 40 different people in a race. It is Unreal, yeah, okay. One thing I pray they can let me show off more gameplay of it soon and features, because I'll show you, if I go into testing on Bikes right now, bearing in mind we've just selected like the temperature, we've selected the weather conditions, and now we have to load into the game. If I wanted to now change it to rainy or cloudy, I would have to back out of testing, change it, load in again, and go through all that shit. Whereas in MTG, if I'm here, I can pause it, and I can change the weather right here, and with one click, it updates in like half a second. So I could go from riding in completely dry, to then riding in heavy fog, to then riding in rain, to it being slightly overcast, to really sunny. It's just little things like that, little quality of life stuff that I enjoy, and especially at such an early stage of the game, to see things like that is very good. It's very promising. But yeah, I'm excited to finally be able to show gameplay off whenever that might be. I'll just probably stream it all the time. We'll do a... Oh, actually, that's a good idea. Little MTG donate-a-thon. Thoughts? Question mark. Bang out some MTG so I'll burn myself out on it in the first week. That'd be good. Will there be snow? I believe so. They showed screenshots of a snowy track in the early days on their Instagram. It hasn't been put into the game as of yet, as to my knowledge, at least on the build that I have. But then I know there's other secret builds as well, because I only have access to like a 250 right now, and I'm pretty sure Reaper has access to a 450 as well. So I think there's only so much that I can see compared to the people that are like deep behind the scenes and know it. Can I change bikes without backing out? I would imagine so. I think it would be the same process with the with the weather. But I personally don't know yet, because I haven't got to that level of like a build of the game. Do I think it will have VR? I don't see why it wouldn't. I think it would do, especially if they're trying to go like the iRacing route and be super realistic. I think it makes sense to have VR. It's like to see how the rain would drain. That's something that I wouldn't even have thought of, to be honest, Chase. Yeah, you mean like is having standing water, or have the rain like run downhill and things like that? That would be so... Yeah, I don't know, because you're quite limited, aren't you, with what you can build based on computers and the specs. So I get a lot of comments on the TikTok that I posted about it, of people saying, why isn't it going to be on PS4 or like old gen Xbox? And I'm just like, well, for that to happen, you have to make a worse game for those consoles to be able to do it. And it's surely, it gets to a point where, when do we stop catering for the lower end stuff? So to get the best game possible, why don't we just make it for like the new gen consoles, obviously, and then higher end PCs? I know it sucks for people who don't have the best PCs in the world or don't have the newest consoles, but there's going to be a time where people have to catch up, essentially. They restarted the LCQ, so yeah, it might take a little bit of time today. I don't mind it taking a little bit longer today. Gives my dinner time to settle, so then I've got more room for the Easter egg afterwards. Gonna do PCK next Thursday. I don't get much of a thrill out of staying up super late to do races anymore. It's like, my sleep schedule's a bit shit at the moment anyway, to where I do stay up late most nights. But I'm just sitting, like, playing stuff that I haven't got to think about, like Call of Duty Zombies, for example, whilst having a YouTube video up on the other monitor. Trying to concentrate and do well in an MX Bikes race when your eyes are half closed is a completely different beast. Repo or Schedule 1? Oh boys, you're going to hate me. I haven't played either of them yet. I do apologise, but I've not played either of them. I mean, I have seen, like, Schedule 1 is a much better game, apparently, than Drug Dealer Simulator. I know they've got the whole, like, copyright shit going on. I did play Drug Dealer Simulator when that first came out, but I only lasted, like, 2 hours, and I got a bit bored of it. 2 hats is hella drip. I'm being forced to. I'm being forced. The only reason that I don't wear this one only, I don't know if you can... Yeah, so you know like the little button that you get on top of these hats? On this one, it's a little bit further back, so my headset sits in front of it. On this one, the headset sits perfectly on top, so it like pushes down into my head, and it's fairly painful. So that's why I've kind of got to like double up. Because I need to wear a hat to hide the horrific hairline whilst it all grows back in. But then I want the comfiest experience possible, but then I've also got to stay on brand. You can pop that? What do you mean you can pop it off? When it'll leave a hole in the top, won't it? Because it's got like the metal bit on the inside. Like there. So that's the other side of it. So surely there'll just be a hole left in the top middle of the hat. Or does it not work that way? Let's have a look. I was about to make me break my my free merchandise. Oh, Jesus Christ, I might need some leverage on that. I'm definitely about to swallow this, and then you're going to see me choke live on camera. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be a hole here now. How do I get that out? Because now it's like a spike on the other side. Somebody's watching me. It's my anxiety. Grah! Hang on, boys. We're getting in. Oh, I don't want to break. Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm going to break my scissors as well. How do I get that out? I think it's glued in as well. Come on. Leave that bit in. Look. It's literally like a very painful spike if I leave that in. I want to try and push it out. Oh, it wants to go, but it's not going to. I might have to tackle that at a slightly later date. I think it might be glued into place. No idea. That's what we love on the Lynn's channel, you know? We don't actually sit here and play a game at all. You just get to see me be a twat. We'll leave that for now. We'll leave the spike on top. You know what? I think that anxiety song is pure dog shit. I think Doja Cat is far superior, and what's her name? Dochi? She can't quite hang with old Doja. But the beginning part of that song, where it's just constant talking, itches a part in my brain, and then the rest of it I'll just turn it off for. I don't like it. I think it's the tism within me, likes the constant talking in there. But it's like her other song where she's doing the weird heavy breathing halfway through. I'm just like, what is this shit? This is absolutely awful. So the fact people sit there and put that on their Spotify playlist. Let me slap that on the aux real quick, and you see it. Oh yeah, class that. Yeah, mint. I'll upload that. Let me listen to that. No, I don't listen to music at all. I used to put music on in the background, but YouTube is so particular about copyright stuff. I paid for a Monster Cat Gold membership before, which has X amount of songs you can use, and then people just got bored of the same songs over and over. But then I've had videos in the past where I've played like a YouTube playlist of non-copyrighted music. The issue is that music doesn't stay non-copyrighted forever. So I've even got streams from back in 2022 now starting to be copyright claimed because of it. So I steer way clear from all that now. I just leave it blank as it is. Someone asked who the oldest person to race was. I think Kent might be... I don't want to say he's the oldest one. He's just the oldest that I know of. There might be someone older that just sits and plays in their spare time. But yeah, Ken is 56 right now. He's chilling in chat. And if my knowledge was correct, he said that this is like the first game that he's ever properly played. I think that's fucking sick. I love that it just draws people of all ages to play. Yeah, I just have songs stuck in my head. It changes like every 20 minutes or so. I'll just hum something different to myself. Need more tracks with jumps out of berms. What do you mean, like the triples out of Supercross? Jumping out of berms is easy. You just have to open up the corner beforehand, so enter it right at the beginning, follow it all the way around, and then make sure the bike's stood up as you exit. Because so many people... There's two ways you can do it wrong, really. One is if you enter it too tight, and then you've got to slam on your brakes, and then you've got no momentum to go over the next jump. And the opposite is people will carry on turning for too long, so they'll carry on turning left here and jump over to the left. So because their bike's not fully upright, the suspension doesn't compress enough. Whereas when you get to a certain point, where you'll then stand the bike up at the last second, and then you'll get as much distance as possible, because the bike is fully upright on the exit. I have... The only music CD that I own is a best of Red Hot Chili Peppers CD. So I do listen to Chili Peppers. But they're like a last resort. So if my phone is behaving and my car is behaving on the day, I'll have my Spotify and the aux going. If every now and then, like every month or so, it'll just randomly disconnect itself. So then the radio goes on. And if I can't stand whatever's on the radio, then I'll slap on the Red Hot Chili Peppers CD. $54 flat a good time? Yeah, I don't think it's a terrible time. Pretty decent. Yeah, I listen to Khan. Annoying thing with Khan is half of his music isn't copyrighted, then half of it is. But then I had a Khan video before, which was called White Lines, which I really enjoy. The issue is it has a Lana Del Rey sample in there. So I didn't get copyrighted from Khan's producer, studio, whatever it might be. I got copyrighted from the tiny little sample from Lana Del Rey's stuff, which pissed me off because then I had to start changing the outro to all of my videos as well. Linda loves a little bit of Lana though. She's going to a Lana concert in a couple months' time. Now, to be fair, if I get copyrighted just for humming or singing to myself, then I'll have to take it as a compliment. They clearly think that it's real. No, it's only if you play the actual music. There are websites that you can use that you have to pay X amount of money for the licensing on actual songs. So if you see any like big YouTubers and they'll play little bits of real music in their videos and you wonder how they don't get copyright striked, it's from that. But the pricing is ridiculous. It's so expensive to do. Like if I wanted to actually pay for a copyrightable song, if I want like 7 seconds of it in my video, it would cost me more than the video would earn in revenue. No, it's unreal. So it's only really for the big dogs, the big boys. Front flip over quad after Supercross triple. No, I don't think you'll get the distance to front flip over it. I also don't think you have enough time to pop the front wheel up and over. But we could try and go back to the old days of us front flipping for hot laps over Supercross triples. But no, here I don't think you'd get the... I don't think you'd get the oomph to get up and over. Oh, that was an interesting time, wasn't it, around Tampa, where the beta was king and we started front flipping for hot laps. Very interesting time. White lines, pretty baby tattoos. Don't know what they mean. They're special just for you. Yeah, Brado has music playing all the time, but he won't make money from that. But Twitch is fine. So if you're playing ads, if you're playing music on Twitch while live, you will still earn ad revenue. The only difference is once that live stream then becomes a video on your channel, when you're done, those sections of the stream will be muted. So for people like Brado, he probably doesn't care about the monetary value that he gets from it. Same as on his YouTube videos, he's getting no money from it because they're all copyrighted with music. Some of them just do it for the love of the game. Oh, didn't get the front wheel over properly that time. Track needs a challenge. Yes, very easy. Very easy indeed. Yeah, I'm on a Yamaha. Yami 450. Yeah, you can quad after the triple fresh. Probably on a, maybe on a 250 once the road kicks in. But on a 450, that's the go-to line at the moment. It got very, very easy with a little bit of erode. Like, you got to hit it pretty perfect without it to go over it clean, but with erode you can hit the corner pretty slow, to be honest, and still get it. I've got just under 8 hours now on MTG. I'm trying not to play it too much. Well, firstly because there's no point, because the physics of it are going to change probably quite a lot between now and release anyway. But then secondly, I don't want to burn myself out either. I want it to be nice and entertaining and fresh for me still. I've been told apparently there's some people with Alpha Access that have over 30 hours on it already, which is just disgusting. Make all bikes equal. They tried to. There is a fundamental issue with making the bikes equal, which I will show you. And this is from years and years and years of bike updates. They would have to fully restart from scratch, and I'm going to try and explain it to the best of my ability that I can. I am going to put this back on for now, though. Don't actually know if it'll pop back in now I've taken it off. Probably not. No, it won't. My bad. Right, so here's a little bit of MX Bikes 101 with your boy Linda. So you have to import these bikes into the game to begin with. And from the best of my knowledge, there are different lineup points. So you've got like where the forks are, where the swing arm is, so on and so forth. And that changes bike by bike. Now, how you import the bike affects the bike's geometry. Now, you will notice if you pay close attention, if you lock your eyes in right now to where the wheels are on this Yamaha, if I select like a KTM, the wheels will move, as I'm going to demonstrate now. The location of the wheels moved. Again, if I now go KTM to Honda, the wheels have moved again. So what this means is the lineups and how the bike was imported is different. So even if you gave all of these bikes exactly the same weight, exactly the same, you know, like dynos, they would still be different in their handling because their lineups are different. Whereas if I go to... Do I still have... Oh, I might have deleted them. No, These are the e-bikes, aren't they? Oh no, these are enduro. Yeah, shit, I deleted the factory bikes, so I can't even show you an example. Basically, the factory bikes, if I change bike, the wheels stay in exactly the same place. That's because when they was all imported from scratch, they all use the same lineups, which is why all of the bikes are identical performance-wise, even though they look different. So for the OEM team to make all the bikes the same, which they don't want to do in the first place, because they like having some differentiation and riding style and this, that, and the other, they would have to, from scratch, all like 50 or so bikes that they put into their packs, re-import everything from the beginning, which is why things are so much different. So if you didn't know about that, there you go. You know now. But yeah, these bikes are all completely different from that regards. So even if they added more power to a bike, it still wouldn't be the same. So if they gave the RM exactly the same power and exactly the same dynos as the KTM or the Yamaha, they still wouldn't be the same in-game. I have no idea about the modability of MTG at the moment, Fresh. I do not know the answer for that. How does Sim do it? So on Sim, there is a meta because everyone will ride, let's say, like a Husky 450. However, when you make a skin on Sim, so say you've got this Yamaha skin that I'm looking at right now, the bike's model is included in that skin. So if I put this paint and I just named it Husky and put it on a Husky in Sim, when I load the game, my bike will look like this. Whereas if I download my friend's skin that might be on a Yamaha, or it might be on a Honda, I will still see his Honda. So it's not like in MX bikes where you have a model swap on each bike and everybody's bike will look like that. On Sim, this skin is tied to the model. I can try and... let's close the game. You boys can let me know when I need to join the server. If I load up... Where is Sim? MX Simulator. We'll do it this way. I'm hoping this will actually work and load. I've changed it to display capture. Doesn't look like it is. Where's MX Simulator? There it is. MX Simulator. Display capture off. Game load. There we go. So there is still a meta in Sim. Everyone does ride the same bike. So if I want to take, where is it? If I want to take Husky, where's Husky 450? Or am I going blind? There it is. It's 2017 I want. So I've got 2017 Husky. I can make the Husky look like Chase Sexton. Yes, exactly. So if the streamer doesn't have the person's skin, it'll show a Husky. Whereas my bike now looks like a Honda. Without changing the bike will be the same. If I now change this bike to be a Kawi, I'm still riding the Husky, bearing in mind. But the skin is a Kawasaki skin. So there is a meta in MX bikes, but the skin is the model. Whereas in Sim, the skin is the model. Whereas on MX bikes, it's not that way. Unfortunately. That's just how it be. Oh god, now I've got to wait for MX bikes to take 5 minutes to load. Very frustrating. Come on down to Florida. Yeah, I've had that suggestion before, to be fair, Isaac. Like just having normal OEM bikes, then having a race bike. I still don't think it'll change anything, to be honest, in terms of like what the bikes look like and model wise. That's more on Paboso and how he's got the game set up. Oh god, I hate how long it takes MX bikes to load. Please load. Alright. MX bikes. Okay. We should be coming back. Yes, there'll be track replicas on MTG. There we go. And I'm doing a video on that weird controller that Doc just did. I didn't even know Doc's done a video like that. I don't know which one he's done exactly, but I was in talks with someone about a different controller. I've seen a few different people making weird controllers and posting them on like Facebook and stuff. I've seen one's got feet stuff. I've seen another one that's just handlebars. Doc had the foot one. Okay, yeah, the one that I was talking about, or talking with, was completely different to that. Is the foot one is it just a turn? Is it? Oh, and obviously you got the feet, but is the handlebars just a turn? Because the one that I was talking with, it's like a gyro where you push down on it as well and go like in and out, side to side, as well as away from. And it's got like extra buttons around by the grips to like you change up and you change down that way. Obviously, I don't want to say too much because these people probably have like trademarks and stuff on their shit. Staggered racing. No, yeah, the Supercross is always staggered though. Oh yeah, we have to wait for. Is anyway? What stage are we at tonight? Are we in 250 main yet? Let's have a look. ARL. I mean, is that the right one? It's got 50 people. I'm guessing they're just joining the 250 server now. Yeah, they are. Okay. So we've got like another 20 minutes or so until mine, maybe. Yeah, gotta wait for 250s. Trademarking their literal shirt, yeah. Nobody else is allowed to make my poo, only I can. That's how it goes. That's how it be. Come on down to Florida. I got something for ya. I think we should get an idea of the level of delinquents that we have in this chat right now. So, I want you guys, and don't do it just yet, you need to wait until you hear me out to hear what the options are. I want you to put a number 1 if you do have this thing, and I want you to put the number 0 if you don't have this thing, because I guarantee there are so many of you little gremlins that are going to put the number 1, Sabrina Carpenter Fortnite skin. I need to get an idea of what I'm working with here. And then after you have all put your 1s and 0s, I need to ask the 1s a question. I'm seeing, oh boys, I'm proud, I'm seeing a lot of 0s. Oh, you don't need to spam it over and over. Just the one time will do, Scuff. No need for multiple. And Johnny. Oh boys, I'm actually so proud of you. I thought I was going to get so many 1s. Oh, a proud father moment. Holy. That's good. Now, in regards to what Brock has just said, my next question was going to be, what is people's obsession with her? Because to me, she is just a very average, okay-looking blonde woman. It's not like, oh my god, celebrity crush, she is unreal. So I need to understand what the obsession is with her. So yeah, I'm seeing a lot of... You've made me very proud today, boys, I'll be honest. I thought you were just a bunch of, you know, virgin teens that froth at the mouth at Sabrina. She's got a big booty, is that all we're going with? I mean, there's a lot of women on the planet that have a big booty. Emmy Lovato pre-H. Or, I don't know, it's the chin. The chin's, when the chin's a bit more manly than mine is, that's kind of where I draw the line. I don't think I could go there. More of a Mila Kunis guy. There's definitely brunettes and blondes people, isn't there? Was trying to have this debate with old Rusper, because Rusper is a blonde enjoyer through and through. And I was trying to tell him that a 10 out of 10 brunette is better than a 10 out of 10 blonde, but like a 7, 8 and 9 blonde is better than a 7, 8 and 9 brunette. And I was trying to get that into him. And then when it comes to ginger women, they're either a 10 or a 4. There's no in between. Come on down the floor with the... Rasper do be a blonde enjoyer, yeah. Can't hate on it though. There's a lot of bleach blonde enjoyers out there. She broke up with you already, Brock. What was that, like a week? 2 weeks? Did she give you the old, it's MX bikes or me? And you was like, no, listen here. It's MX bikes always. MX bikes came before you, MX bikes will come after you. Ah, but Hayley Williams isn't... She's not actually ginger though, is she? Like it's dyed orange. Or is she ginger and she just dyes it even more ginger? Oh, Bradley, you're using words that these young'uns don't understand. Half of them aren't going to know who that is. Call me, beat me, you wanna beat me, you wanna beat me, okay. Whenever you need me, baby. Call me, beat me, you wanna beat me. Doot, 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 doot. Month and a half, that's very respectable. Well done, Brock. On to the next one. Plenty more hose in the paddock. I was about to say, what just happened? That's the best failed front flip over a triple attempt I've ever had. Okay. So we've gone in for... Okay, it's coming back around. In what universe does that make sense? What... I need to... Hang on. I need to hit the static camera to see what's actually happened there. So do you remember when I said, like, this game likes helping you and wants you to go in a straight line? So... What budget? This one? Yeah, okay. Yeah, remember when I said the game wants to help you? The game will try and straighten up your bike as much as it possibly can do, because that was gone. I have no idea how that's come back around. Just by accelerating, basically, and letting it do its thing. Oh, here on X Games more. Trying to throw shade at the Punk Queen? Not at all. Not at all. I would be honoured to even breathe in the same oxygen as Hayley. And I've been to only 2 concerts in my entire life, and a Paramore concert was one of them. And she is just as slay in real life as she is in the pictures. So no Hayley disrespect ever. No, I don't plan on having any spink. Neither me or Linda want any. We just don't have any parental bones in our entire body. I believe her exact wording was, you can push me down the stairs if it happens. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'm all for that. Race it standing up IRL. I can't hold a controller properly when I stand up in person. But I need to have my arms on my armrests and be locked in my little gremlin gamer position. Well, the 250 race has started. I don't know how far it is yet. People have the controller on the desk go, yeah, I couldn't do that. My controller's under the desk. That was one issue that we had with the LAN event in Italy, because obviously we didn't have desks in Italy, it was just a seat and then a screen in front of us. Whereas luckily for me, I play with like my hands in my lap, basically, but there's some people that play with their controller like up on top of the desk, but they didn't have anything to lean on. So I imagine it's quite a big adjustment for them that way. I'm gonna try something different on this start, boys. I'm gonna just try and go on the inside, see how it goes. Did I naturally start playing Claw? Yes, Claw for me. So when I first properly became the sweaty tryhard gamer that I am, it was back in Call of Duty World at War, when that first came out, and obviously drop shotting on that game was a big thing. So instead of changing my controls to tactical, so I just have to press down my right stick to lay down, like a lot of people do, like Rutherford does as well, I said, no, I'll just start holding down circle to lay down as well. So that's naturally when the claw position first came out. And it doesn't matter what game I play, it can be as easy of a game as like Minecraft, for example. If I use a controller on Minecraft, if it's on PlayStation, I will still play claw no matter what, because that is just my comfortable hand position now for games. If I was to put... So I play like this all the time. Which way are we? This way. So my left hand is normal. My right hand is doing all of this shit, so I can change gear altogether. If I move this on top and try and hold my controller normally, I basically can't play the game. It feels atrocious. I also have to use my middle fingers on my triggers. If I try and use my index, like some people do, I'm either 100% throttle or nothing, because I've had about 20 years of using my middle finger only. But yes, I much... claw is just natural for me now at this point. That's just how I started playing. I'm going to try, right now, I've got my hand normally. Actually, I shouldn't be doing this. I forgot we was in a server. I was going to say I'm going to try and do a lap with my index finger on accelerate rather than... How do you... You boys have to take your thumb off to shift every single time. That's awful. How do you shift while turning? I can just crank up and down the gears and do all this all at the same time. Like, it's lovely. Yeah, claw superiority. I was going to give it a go then, but that just felt horrific, just for that one straight. Ah, see, that is the benefit of playing claw, is you haven't got to buy an overly expensive controller with paddles on the back. Standard PS4 for me. I feel like my throttle control with my middle finger is so much better than it is with my index finger. Before the gate drops today, and feel free to circle back to this once the race is finished, because my mood could go one of two ways today. I'm either going to get like a third from getting a really, really good start and just staying there the whole race, or I'm going to go down in turn 1 and probably finish 10th maximum, just because of the nature of this track and how it rides. I don't see myself actually making a decent pass the entire night tonight. It will purely be waiting for people to crash. So I've said that's what I've said before the gates dropped. So when the race is over today, I don't hear anything about it. Whether I have a good race or a bad race, I don't think this is a great racetrack. To be fair, yeah, getting a bad start is a skill issue. That's kind of like the only thing that is within people's control. Within reason, like you could be the best starter, and if you're out there on gate 17, 18, you're never going to be getting the whole shot. Even though you think you are, you then take out everybody else. Thank you very much, King. Sorry that I didn't do a video on Meskit, by the way. I did see your messages, and it was just as I was getting in bed, and by that point I was too tired. Would I have a go on your superbike? I don't know, really. I don't know if soon... I mean, the way that I like riding and trying to be smooth and rolling on the throttle and stuff, I think I'd suit superbikes quite well. But I know they're a whole different kind of beast. Superbikes is like a whole different ball game of money, though. To be fair, we think motocross is expensive. Never mind road bikes. If I win by 10 secs, you'll donate £1,000. Your money is very, very safe, Johnny. Very, very safe. Go to pit kit. Have I got your kit downloaded? Alright, what are we rocking with? Where's Isaac at? Got a number 169 here. I don't know who that is. BPA. I've got a wild breezy. Oh yeah, no, I've got stock Poboso. Actually, that does mean you're in Poboso gear, doesn't it? Because if you was running a normal gear, it would be black Poboso, but you've gone out of your way to choose the red one. Respect. My race should not be very long left at all. The 250 race is probably just coming to an end now. And then our one will be going. Let's barely touch posty, see what happens. Oh, off he goes, flying away. And the faster you hit people in this game, the worse the netcode is as well. Imagine with how fast we are going. And it's like, if you're next to each other like that, it's fine. But if you're going, say, 40 miles an hour and bump into someone, you just go, yo, yeet. Oh, call me K-Dub. Hitting the transfers. Power roll. Oh, oh. No, I also don't send people that buy new MX bikes every year either, to be fair. But it's more so the cost of just like tyres and shit like that, which adds up more on the superbike side of things. You know, a race, I wouldn't even mind it at this point, to be fair. It would be a great excuse to not have to show up every Friday. I'm fed up of being Mr. P7. I feel... I know that I complain quite a bit about these smooth tracks. It's got to be so much worse of an experience for the NA riders having 5 hours on this sort of track, to where first and 40th in qualifying are probably going to be less than a second apart. Like, it's insane how close everybody gets together. I mean, everyone was really close on even the GP tracks, so yeah, on a track like this, it's got to be disgusting. Yeah, it's a disgusting amount of money, Woods. Yeah, I'm going to race outdoors. I'm going to do it. Just so I can give the number 1 plate a send-off. Don't know if I'll be able to do every round. Depends on what else happens throughout the year. Because I'd much rather ride my bike in real life if the opportunity's there than do one of those rounds. So it's like if I have to leave on a Friday and stay overnight to go racing, then I will. I'm not fussed about riding every round in MX bikes. Oh, I hear a 2-stroke. Thank you very much, Josh. Good luck tonight. Much love. Hope all is well. I'm absolutely fine. I'm very fine, thank you. Hope you're doing well too. I haven't seen your name in a hot minute. Feel like it's been a couple of streams. But glad to have you here. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, well, yeah. Well, I'm with MTG, I'm very, very torn on the racing aspect. Because I've got to try and look at it as like job/career future stuff as well. Because I could try and compete and probably not make it. You have to bear in mind that racing at, let's say, a pro level on that is going to be harder than it is on bikes, just because you've also got console players involved at that point as well, so the community is going to be bigger and the depth of skill will be more. So I need to either choose, do I dedicate my life to try and get good at MTG for a couple years, or do I enjoy MTG from a gameplay perspective and do the content and the streams as usual, and then try and go for more of a commentary role on it rather than a racing role? That's kind of the decision I have to make at the moment. Is this an customs compound any good? I don't know what you mean. Sorry. Hello, Chris. Very well, thank you. Hope yours is going well too. If I'm the points leader halfway in, and maybe I'll try and make like an exception. Maybe go early Saturday morning, but I don't see myself being a points leader halfway in. If I was to guess, if we're talking just EU, if all the same riders that are doing the GPs are doing AMA, I would probably be in 4th place, behind Rax, Tyler and Cam. That is my guess. No, I can't. I don't think I'll be allowed to stream the NA stuff. That's Narvo. Narvo does that. It's more than just Narvo, actually. You've got, like, B-Rod. I know they get other people in there from time to time as well. There's a point where you can't keep up with the youngsters anymore. No, I don't. Troy's not racing tonight, Jamie. Yes, I've seen the double to tabletop. It's always hard to say, like, if you do it or not, seeing it in video. I feel like you have to see it in person. If I was feeling extra confident on a day and there was, like, no ruts up the jump face, I feel like I could step onto the table. Whether I'd be able to clear the entire thing, completely different question, because that looks like a big old jump. Don't know if I've quite got the skills for that, unfortunately. Backflip onto the podium. I can do that. There you go. Little backflip onto the podium for you. Have we not got... Is Tyler not in her? We've only got 17 people in here right now. Can anyone tell me how much longer the 250 race has left? Because I really need to have a poo, for lack of a better word. So if we've still got like 5 minutes left, I'm going to go drop the kids off real quick. Getting their last laps in. What are we talking about time? They're on the last lap. I should be able to make it. Alright. BRB. If the gate drops, I don't care. It's good. Getting a bit worried there. Getting very worried. I thought that was taking a bit longer than it should do. I got the old infinite wipe glitch, so it wasn't going as quick as I thought. No wipe meta. No, I can't do it. Can't do it. I don't know if to have the fan on or off for this, because it's making me a little bit chilly right now, but at the same time, things do get a little bit on the sweaty side during the race. If you buy MTG, can we play the same tests as videos we saw? Don't think so. But if you was just to buy a standard game now, no, you have to wait until the end of the year for when it's released. I think the only people with access to the alpha right now are the ones that donated a certain amount to the Kickstarter project. But the Kickstarter's ended now. And then also like content creators. So I don't think you'd be able to get the game right now. You have to pay for online racing on MTG if you want to compete at like an esports kind of level. So take maybe like the ARL equivalent, it's like $5 a month, something like that. Whereas if you just wanted to load up and play casual lobbies with your buddy online, you haven't got to pay for that at all. That's all just included in the game. If you got like one of the lower tiers, I believe their exact wording was fall of 2025. Which to me is just end of 2025, somewhere around that. And if you pay 500, you can still get... Oh, okay. Yeah, apparently, yeah. So yeah, if you pay 500, you can get access to it now. And 500 was the amount as well, to be fair, for the alpha people. So we should be starting any minute now, boys. The stream is sinking in as we speak. Pardon me. I chose gate 1, so I have no clue where I'm going to end up on the gate, because I think I've got 3 people with better gate selections than me, but we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. Can 2 alpha contributors play together? No, there's no multiplayer aspect to it yet, to my knowledge. I believe it's just solo at the moment. But it's like, if you were one of them alpha backers and you have access to the game now, every update that they do up until release, you will also have. So it's not like you just get the bare bone physics now and that's it. Like, it will keep progressing and updating as the months go on also. Oh. Which one's east, Chris? Every single time someone asks me about east or west, I ask which one's which. And every single time I then proceed to forget straight away as well. No, not allowed to share anything MTG related to anybody. I promise you boys, when the time comes and I'm given the all clear, you'll get plenty of content. RJ's on east. So not RJ. It was going to be Max, but we saw how that went. I mean, I like Hymus. I just don't know if he's quite got it for the whole year. Oh, we got a jump start already. We do. Crazy work. Oh, someone's just disconnected. Guest disconnected, Jam's disconnected. Did the absolute goobers join as not spectators? They did. Great. So we might not have enough gates. So we might have to restart this server because the commentators joined not as spectators, so they took up a gate position, which is odd because they shouldn't be... If the whitelist exists, they shouldn't get priority. Very, very strange. Most of the jump starts is just a glitch, to be fair. So if there's 22 gates on this track, the commentators joined instead of joining a spectator by mistake, so they take up a gate position. So technically, Yoku, who just got a jump start there, went to gate 23 that doesn't exist, so the game thinks that he got a jump start. What are we looking like now? No, we should be good. You're fine. I think I'm on gate 4, actually. 1, 2, yeah. So we have got Mr. Jake Junior on my left, but then we have Senor Raxington, and then Mr. T to the J to the Smith on the far inside. And we are already all on the gate, ready to go. So let's try and not have too painful of an experience. Wish me luck, gamers. And I'm dead. I am dead because Mr. Cameron Box did not learn that you can't swing to the inside when you're like gate 6 or so. So, as I said before the race started, I'm either going to finish 2nd or I'm going to finish 10th. It's going to be a 10th because I am now basically dead last. And because the track is a one-lined highway, we will not be making any legitimate passes today. We will be sat waiting for everybody else to go down. And then we also have to try and get past the Aussie pingers. What's wrong with me? So, yeah, looking at the leaderboards, Tyler's already won this race. Everybody else is screwed, unfortunately. That is just the nature of Whole Shot Simulator on these flat tracks. Yeet. Well, I didn't see what... I should check to see what the road was before this. I don't imagine it'll be as high as 0.25 like it was in the heat race, but I'd like it to still be around maybe like 0.15, a little bit higher. This is going to get a bit mixy. There's a lot of people in the same bit of track right here. Oh, Cam trying to stay hella low. I suppose that's really the only time you can gain on here, is trying to scrub as low as possible. Yeah, Tyler's already won this race, 100%. Nice, yep, you... Thanks, Rush. Just fucking move me out of the way. Rush probably didn't even touch me on his screen there, but, you know, netcode things. Ooh. It's like my back end started coming around because he's bumped me on my screen. And I'm a passenger at that point. I am a passenger. And I ride and I ride. Do 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 do. See, though, even though Rax has got disgusting speed, he's stuck here just inside the top 10 now as well. Never jumped to the inside there. I'm probably losing a couple attempts a lap just in that one corner. Would love to jump to the inside just to get like a little bit of payback for earlier, but it's so pointless doing it before a whoop section. I'm just going to ruin my own run through the whoops. I'm on my cheeks. You notice how everyone's going exactly the same speed? I'll check up here because he's going to cut my nose off. Something I'm a little bit concerned about is this setup has 3 litres of, no, 0.3 litres less of fuel than I usually run in these. This is the fastest Supercross track we've had in a long time. I'm a little bit concerned about maybe running out of fuel by the end. But it would be calmer. I did give Cam a lot of shit running out of fuel at the GPS Spain on Monday. So it would be funny if I did the same thing. Isaac's having a good one, I see him up there. I've got some mistakes happening. Breezy's up here, I think he was in second from the beginning though, good start for Breezy. Breezy having a good night. Don't jump to my inside, I beg. I'm scared when I'm against some of the 250 boys. I have no idea how they race because I'm not used to racing against them. Oh, what's happening there? going to go over that. I'm definitely going to go over that berm one lap, the way the rut's forming. In the wrong gear. I'm going to get into some lappers now as well, so that'll make things interesting. It's going to be quite hard for the lappers to get out of the way, I think. We've had 3 people, or 4 people leave already, since Dizzle's in 18th right there. Oh no, Davey's in 19th head of him. Thank you very much, Dizzle. W lapper, that's what we like to see. There's a hole forming right at the beginning of that corner there, so I'm trying to be really, really patient on the entrance to it. Shit. Oh, that was close. Got a little bit scared. I saw that guy's name behind the berm. I thought he was going to rejoin, so I cut down and then it messed up my whole flow around the corner. You stole my whole flow. Almost to prove a point, by the way. I have lapped Marley behind me, and he's still sat right on my booty cheeks. If you got lappers that are sat right on the cheeks of leaders, surely it tells you that the track's a little bit easy. I'm going to be doing over 20 laps of this place, that's unreal. Oh, Jesus Christ, I sent that deep. Cam do be barking, he's gained like 5 seconds on me over the course of this race. I don't know how I can gain any more time. I feel like I'm right on the edge of crashing everywhere. Which is annoying. Oh, over the bars we go. Oh, what's happened there for that to happen? Because I would have very much liked to have gone from literally dead last in turn 2 to a third. And now I'm about to be in 5th. Maybe even 6th, because Rex is behind me and we know how fast Rex is. Hard to clear that now. Starting to go away, it's getting a bit choppy on the exit of the rut. Oh. Vibes not being a great lapper. He was smart, he'd go around the outside here. Nice, checked up a little bit, thank you. Gotta raise the hand. Cam has cuts by the looks of it. Oh no, never mind. I don't know, it said I was in front of him for a second, even though I'd never passed him once. Whoops are getting hella chewed out. Easy to get into them. I know Cam does have cuts. Cam needs to make his mind up. He's only got a second though, so I do need to stay really, really close. Rax is now right on my cheeks out of nowhere, but he also has cuts, so I can let him by. Not that I want to, I think he's going to force his way by at some point. I know he's made a mistake. Yeah, I don't know how these boys are getting like an extra second a lap. I feel so sketchy as it is. guessing it's just corner speed, but I think if I push any more, the front end's going to go. Just not comfortable. Well, that was going to happen. Couldn't really move at that point, I was already in the air. Nice, you just fucking pumped me off the track, you prick. You should make such a clean pass and he goes and does that shit. Oh. I feel like I'm petty enough to protest that as well. There's no need for it. Yeah, I know. I've been told before that he does stupid shit sometimes. But honestly, I couldn't have made a cleaner pass if I tried in that corner before, so to do that shit just pisses me off more. So yeah, I probably will protest it. I never usually bother, but that's just sad. Oh, yeah. And I wouldn't be there on the track at that time if Rax weren't a twat either. So that is a potential third completely gone now. Very frustrating. I think Isaac's had a lap not count. Oh no, he finished him. Yeah, I think Isaac had a lap not count. Yeah. She's always dead. Yeah, I'll clip it when the stream finishes. For nothing else other than to help Tyler in the championship, to be honest, because I was fine with both of them, but yeah, if you're going to do that like blatantly, then yeah, fuck yourself. Unfortunately, because Rax is in a championship fight, and I don't think Wes will mind, because Wes is in here watching right now, he will probably just be let off with a warning. Yeah, very frustrating race there. I feel like I came back from the depths. A little bit hard done by. Let's have a... Let me try and rewind it. Let me try and find it. It's more annoying because I went out of my way in the corner before that set of whoops to stay inside as well, to not take him out. And then he just doesn't repay the favour at all. What a frustrating race. And then it's just butterfly effect from there. So it's like if he didn't take me out, then Boy's bike wouldn't have hit me because I wouldn't have been on that bit of the track at that point. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Penguin. Track looks so sketchy to ride with the speed being that fast. That is a bit of an issue as well. That is an issue. Is when the track is this fast, you have just nanoseconds basically to make decisions. But you can still be smart. Alright, here we go. That's what we're working with. Oh. So. Stream quality is awful. How'd you boys watch this? So it went out of my way. Didn't go up in the rut. Gave him all the room. Absolutely fine. Clean pass. And then look how far. I have to rewind a whole 5 seconds. We'll pause it. I mean, for God's sake, you boys saw how far behind he was there. It's a long way behind. You can even see on the map here, he's like 2 bike lengths behind. Still far inside, still far inside, still far inside, still far inside, still far inside. Yeets into. I'm almost on the exit of the corner. Yeets into me. I feel like that's too far around the corner to be doing something like that. So yeah, I'm not happy with that. Unfortunately, I don't protest. I don't think I've ever protested in this game, but yeah, that just pissed me off a little bit too much. There was no need for it. So yeah, we'll see what happens on that. But I mean, yeah, still the track it still wasn't particularly enjoyable to race. It was quite boring. Lap times just didn't really change, I don't think, from start to finish. Where am I? Yeah, look, 49, 49, 48, 49, 49, 49, 49, 49, 50, 50, 50, 49, 50, 50, crash, 50, 50, 51, 50, 53, taken out by twat, 55. We need better tracks for racing, I'll be honest, boys. It doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel great at all. Not a terrible actual performance, though. Not a terrible performance at all in terms of from start to finish. Like, start was awful. Came all the way back through to third at one point. Cam was way faster, so I didn't mind Cam coming past. And then Rax was faster as well, and I don't mind getting overtaken. I'm just not a big fan of getting punted. It's not a simple push, though, is it? So, listen, if it was a case of... Let's have a look. If it was a case of we touched at this part of the corner, absolutely fine. You know, it's in corner entry. If we're hitting each other here, what part of the corner are you trying to take at that point? Because if you remember in the previous corner, I could have just yeeted up to here. I didn't. I checked up. I stayed down. But I mean, you even saw on the track map on the right, he's gone basically like this to the inside. So it's not just a simple push. It is what it is. But yeah, very frustrating. Very frustrating. But it's a fifth, and not a P7 merchant, like I said. Then I said I'd either finish 3rd or 10th, and we didn't. We finished in the middle of that. There was a lot more mistakes out of people than I originally thought throughout that race. Little bits like this, we'll zoom in on this. I don't think you boys would have really been able to see it because of how fast the bikes are moving. But can you see how it goes down and then comes back up again? So your suspension compresses into it, and then it rebounds you, and that rebound, making the bike go light as you're trying to get cranked over, is what causes a lot of crashes. So I was trying to be quite safe in here, and I was trying to enter it quite high up as well, so I didn't get too deep into it. But I think we need ruts. I know I say every week, and I know it's not going to change, but that's just going to be my opinion on it, because it makes boring racing. I think from the streamer's perspective, and the people watching the actual streams, it probably looks like good racing, because everyone's really, really close together. But it's not racing. You're just following each other, waiting for people to crash. You're not actually passing people. But yeah, that's my thought on that. And yeah, I don't think the road in this game will ever be good enough to be able to replace pre-made ruts at all. Hopefully MTG will change that. I'm hoping MTG will have some good, decent erode settings, so we'll get some multiple ruts. But then that also does depend on if people are willing to go out of their way to change lines as well. I don't think I changed line once that entire race. I didn't need to either. The bike was handling it absolutely fine. But yeah, that's it for another week. I'll see what I'm doing with Linda on this weekend to see if I have time to do like a public lobby at all. If not, then we will be back on Monday for Keegam's. We're off to Latvia, so a sand track. Not as rough as Sardinia, but still a very, very enjoyable one. I know a lot of people do enjoy Keegam's. So, yeah, cool. If he justified it as 4th position, then yeah, by all means, that means I've got free reign to eat him over a berm next time, because I was nice 4th position, but I guess it doesn't apply both ways. So yeah, no friendly lists left, apparently. How to burn a bridge 101. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I do appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you whenever I next go live. Thank you very much.